Welcome back, everybody, here to our final game of the night for the Epicenter online qualifier for the European region lower bracket round 1, game 3. London Conspiracy Dota 2 going up against Vega Squadron. I'm W1, I am the English caster for tonight, joined by Heen. Man, we're almost at the end, and it's been one hell of a bumpy ride.
Yeah, some weird games to say the least. Like the first game was completely unexpected for those who missed it. If you watch the replays, like you're gonna be like, what? Like you're gonna see the timer and be like, how does this game end? And the second game was kind of like, I really thought Vega were in some really deep shit, and then I as well as like the players kind of realized like their lineup is not geared towards mid or late game. It was mostly all about the laning, and it came to a dead end. So for the third game, the final, whoever loses here gets knocked out. I think both teams have learned from their losses, and they're gonna try to adjust their strategy to. They felt each other out, right? What kind of the way the team functions. So they're gonna pick their best this final series or final game.
Well, I am interested to see if the best is able to be enough for either of these teams. Because even when I think like one of these teams is stably through, it's just that's when we just flip the coin and see what comes up. Is it going to be London Conspiracy or Vega? Nope, it's going to be Vega. They win this fight. Things just go wrong. For the start of the draft, again, that's 3 for 3 now. Vega, they refuse to give Baby Knight his OD. Lone Druid as well being banned out. London Conspiracy remove out the Enchantress, and rightly so. And Nature's Prophet removed. So a lot of big heroes still available inside the pool. Probably the biggest one which we asked the question about is Earth Spirit. Both teams, have been willing to let it through, and London Conspiracy, yep, they are going to first pick it. Once again, they look to have it. That's 3 for 3 right now for them.
Yeah, and let me guess, Invoker for Vega Squadron.
What is it? It's Invoker plus,
Beastmaster again?
Yeah, that's it. Beastmaster. That'll make sense. So Mad gets to go 3 for 3 on his Beastmaster.
And Void for London's Conspiracy.
It could be. It really could
5
be.
seconds remaining.
And then we could actually see a repeat of all the previous drafts we had. Hello, Beastmaster. Well, we might be right about the heroes, just wrong about the order. But it doesn't matter when you got 1, 2. Unless they want to combo something else.
I mean, they're definitely thinking about it. They're thinking about alternatives to Invoker. Yep, Invoker.
What a surprise! Crazy! Prediction of draft, you are a wizard. Heen, a wizard.
And Void, 4 for 4. I mean, like the Void wasn't really the Kefka has been playing a good Void.
Yeah.
It's just that in game 2, the lineup didn't quite suit the needs of Void. But Witch Doctor, I mean, this is definitely gonna result in some kind of Void ban for Vega, maybe.
Definitely.
I mean, why pick the Witch Doctor so early? It's not even that good against Beastmaster.
Yeah, it seems really odd. Really, really odd. Like, you want to show both of your supports in the first 2. You don't secure any cores, including your mid heroes. Baby Knight was normally focused with the bans. Maybe that's another thing they're looking at now, where if you pick up your 2 supports now, especially someone like a Witch Doctor, like it promotes the offlane banning, which frees up Baby Knight's heroes for the next phase. Maybe. I'm clutching at straws. I'm with you. The Witch Doctor pick early seems odd, to say the least. At least on the Conspiracy take out the Disruptor. That caused them real problems. Like, it wasn't just 1, it was 2 or 3 kills that Disruptor was causing every single fight.
Reserve time.
Well, at least we're gonna see something other than Void this game. I mean, LC definitely, they had a pattern where they just kept going for the Earth Spirit Void, and they have something in mind, an alternative to Void, or just a completely different strategy.
They could just go for a all-out team fight. Like, build up something like a Tide Hunter. You could actually run the Broodmother where he's normally run, offlane. But it's more of a Baby Knight specialty. So they'd have to like switch the lanes up a little bit more. I'll say goodbye to the Ursa Warrior.
Vega squadrons turn to ban.
It would have been a fine safe laner. But the Ursa
This works. It works just really well with Vega Squadron's lineup. In game 1, they lost, but it was more of a execution thing.
Maybe it's also good up against something London Conspiracy won't. Like, we've got 3 cores to come. Who is the Ursa Warrior really good against? They're still in the pool.
Sven stands ready.
Dire team pick.
Sven.
So increase the armor, reduce the effect of the Witch Doctor. They get, they get a lot of vision. They get a lot of working as well, like maneuverability as well. Once Invoker get BTs on the back of horse.
Sven's really good against what else you have so far too, because once he gets BKB, Air Spirit doesn't really touch him, and like the Death Ward is not gonna. It's gonna do minimal damage when he's in Warcry, and just the fact that this Witch Doctor is likely going to be pretty poor for most of the game means like 2 hits. Like if he managed to get a Daedalus, that's like possibly a 1-hit Witch Doctor.
Oh, London Conspiracy. Who's gonna be a? It's gonna be a pick against Sven. And it would be really nice if they had an Ursa right now. It would be a nice choice. I need to find something else.
Reserve time.
They go for a Lina.
Vega
So we
mid
get,
Lina.
we get Baby Knight Lina mid up against the Invoker. Like we tossed around this option, I think in game number 1 when we're looking for combos with the Faceless Void, and heroes which Baby Knight has played continuously in the past, and Lina is one of those heroes.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that these? I mean, Vega Squadron picked all 3 of their cores early on, and these cores are not so easy to play for Alina. Like the Beastmaster is always a threat. Invoker is hard for Alina to even approach. Like Cold Snap is so annoying for Alina. Not to mention Lina is gonna be semi-forced to go BKB, and then let's say she does get BKB, then she's still vulnerable to just getting bursted down by the physical damage of Sven.
Your options just seem pretty limited going any other way. Like, you wanna have a nuker in mid. Maybe you don't feel confident enough to pick up the Queen of Pain or the TA into this game.
Oracle.
And now you're actually up against an Oracle. We saw this exact counter to art style support Lina in our earlier series today. So Lina, like Laguna Blade, the animation is pretty obvious when it's coming. It's also technically it's a projectile because it flies through the air, it can be dodged. But if Oracle can get that promise off, then all the damage can just be negated.
10 seconds remaining.
You got more survivability for Vega.
5 seconds.
Yeah, not to mention Oracle's Purifying Flames can take off Magnetize.
Tide Hunter.
Vega
Hunter.
squadrons turn to ban.
Still no BKB control for LC. It's like once Invoker and Sven get BKBs, they don't really have much control. Maybe the Lina could get Ags, but she already has a million items she would like to go.
Yeah. I know I called the Tide Hunter earlier on in this drafting phase, but I don't think I really wanted to anymore. This has the potential to be a very, very one-sided game in favor of Vega. If London Conspiracy can't get enough presence in the lane, like, even Vega with that last pickup, like, what do you get now? I would look towards more Disable. London Conspiracy is worried about more Greed. If you picked up something like... I always want to say Rubik in this game because there's so much to steal. But you can go for something a little bit more secure, something like a Lion. VS will also work, that's fine. I'm thinking about stuns, disables, and positional advantage. Finger of Death was going to be just a nice little perk.
Yeah, I guess the VS is going to synergize pretty well with the Beastmaster and Invoker and the Sven. It's gonna make their lineup pretty good at mowing down towers, going Roche if they get a pick off. And for LC, this last pick is gonna be pretty damn important. It's like the final piece, but not just the final piece to their lineup, but being able to deal with all these scary stuff on Vega.
It has to be something like a Spectre, right? Like they need something huge as their last one.
10 seconds remaining.
Slog.
Well, they go a fighter. They go. I don't believe in this as much, but at least London Conspiracy is showing the desire that they want to fight. But we might find ourselves in that same location. Like, hey, early game looks actually half decent. We've got some burst damage. We've got some good rotations coming in. We're getting a couple of kills here and there. But once like Oracle gets his higher level, he gets level 6. Same for VS. You've got swapping. You've got saving. You've got a lot of strength, and you've got a lot of power coming into the mid game from these 3 cores at Vega.
And Slack is not gonna be online that fast. He needs a lot of items. He needs Blink, like a Scotty, ideally, and probably a BKB at some point in the game. Because you can't always dark pact off everything. It's like a 6-second cooldown, and you use it to possibly get rid of dispel yourself from a Avenge Stun, and then Beastmaster comes in. And
Was what?
I mean, good thing it's a final game, right?
Yeah, people don't have to know what it is.
So, no one TP'd this game.
Yeah, everyone just walked out to do their warning. Means Kefka's able to get his ward on the off lane down, and it also means that Seema's going to miss on the sentry.
30 seconds to battle.
They're not going to really do much more than that. So it looks like it's going to be a standard rune battle. Kefka cannot take that bottom rune. Vega looks like they're almost preparing a bit of a trap, but yeah, they're just checking the corner in case the Tide wants to walk out for it. As LC, like, they don't have to come this far to put down the Observer Ward. But it seems they're going to, and that was all watched out by this Beastmaster Hawk. So Steph now attacks and then realizes, crap. All of that hard work for a ward that's about to be dewarded.
I mean, he doesn't have a sentry, so...
Solo's got one in the mid lane. After he's done the blocking, he can just run up to the top lane. And then he can give it to Mag. As in, like, deward.
Yep, he's banging it.
I want to keep my eyes closely on the mid. If no one goes down. You can see Baby Knight, like, he keeps... And he's actually doing attack animation, like, stuttering at the moment, but Steph style, like... He's most definitely announced himself. But hasn't used a single ability. Sorry, you're gonna say about Kefka?
Oh, I'm wondering if he's gonna go for an early Iron Talon, because he started Ring of Protection, but at the same time, Tide's one of those heroes that don't benefit too much from Stout Shield, and he might want that Ring of Protection for a possible Venge rotation later on. The Terra could do work.
I'd just help him to go into auras as well. Seema.
Baby Knight with an unusual build. He went for no points in Dragon Slave so far.
Is he really just going to like go pure DPS with a stun? Stev Style hasn't really been able to help him out that much, but Stev Style, because Mag went for an early Iron Talon, he's stopping Stev Style from just getting the easy farm on that side camp. And he's just on the bottom lane. Yeah, follow up with Fortune's End. But after he triggers the Anchor Smash, they know that they don't have enough damage to get the kill. So it's like more just pure lane harassment. Means Ben missed. No, actually, no, Sven even missed out on any kind of CS here. He's just missing last hits under the tab, but that's all. There you go. Is that better for you now with Baby Knight 1-1-1? across the board.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that was his only choice to go for the Dragon Slave. Any other build would have been really weird.
He'll get back into mid lane with that regeneration up. Trying to keep those fiery souls up at 3.
'Tis non-cupatory.
I mean, he does attack super fast, but
Oh, that kick.
nice.
No one barely dodging it. And he needed to as well. That would have been an instant follow-up Light Striker raid. The damage output, I don't know if it would have really been enough to kill the Invoke though.
Invoker needs to be past this ramp for him to be really threatened by their spirit. Oh, stuff style breaks the smoke on
Yeah,
Seema.
Seema knows it's up there. But Steph can bolt it to the other side of the river because obviously balance.
Yeah, what a hero. It's like the only support hero that can blink that far. I mean, like most supports don't even have even a semi-blink.
What's actually the most maneuverable level 1 ability you can think of?
On a support?
You've got like Time Walk. Yeah, on a support hero. You can look at the cores where you got like Time Walk, you've got Slark with Pounds, you got things like that here, like in this series already, but is there anything which even reach, like you've got Snowball. I think Snowball's gonna be the closest you get.
Yeah, on a support.
But
Pretty
even
much.
then, even then you gotta target a unit, a hero, an enemy. Where
It's like at
with a
level
boulder, you don't-
1, it's only second to maybe Queen of Pain Blink. But then Queen of Pain Blink doesn't really, it's not really a ganking, I mean, it doesn't have any utility, whereas Earth Spirit's Rolling Boulder slows you for 80%.
Sounds like good utility to me. Well, this being the longest first blood of the night, aka how long it takes for it to actually hit. As we go over the 4-minute mark, everyone just happy to keep their farming going. A small advantage coming the way of LC, and well, boulder forward. There's your slow on no one. Baby Knight, Light Striker Raid's gonna connect with the Slave. They don't have enough damage to kill off this Invoker. He throws down the Ice Wall, but Baby Knight has a haste rune. So he triggers that, backs up. They force a rotation out from Solo, but no one was actually fine without him.
Yeah, that was pretty good. They forced no one to use a lot of mana. I noticed that no one's a big fan of Ice Wall early on. A lot of players don't really incorporate Ice Wall into their early game arsenal.
Just because you're looking... Well, I suppose it's really good up against Nurse Spirit, because once he used Rolling Boulder, he's going to walk back through that Ice Wall. So counter initiation-wise, it's really nice. So it may just also fit this series. Stun on Kefka, Seema going throughout the nuke, Fortune's End as well. As Kefka keeps going on the run, they need a little bit more damage though. The Sunstrike, Kefka walks the other direction, he's still got enough life. The heal is kicking in from Seema. And this is where that nuke from Seema cannot work for him and works against them. Your ward up on the hillside belongs to the Radiant, so Seema locked in the corner. Support arrives from Solo, and there's your first blood. FN's gonna take it as this Sven. Baby Knight, he's looking for some revenge. He needs another Slave. In 4 seconds time, he's gotta be, just doesn't have the range anymore. As that Oracle is just a little bit too fast to get away.
And
FN's
he might not
waiting.
even get the rune.
Mag's rotating over too. They go for the kick over on FN. Light Striker Raid's gonna connect, but now Mag arrives at the target. Stun Strike perfectly on top of Baby Knight. And that's 2 for 0 in favor of Vega. Beastmaster was the one to take the illusion rune.
Yeah, playing Lina against multiple stun lineups is definitely not easy. And I mean, Lina, that was a big. She took a leap of faith to make a rotation pre-level 6 and hopefully make an impact in this offlane. But she only ended up getting herself killed, and that's gonna mean a lot, considering no one's probably gonna go for that Midas as always.
It means she's actually gonna play catch up and take the stack, which probably was originally meant for the Tidehunter. They may have actually just pumped instant Lina anyway to give Baby Knight that more of an advantage, but
it's so inefficient. After this, she's probably gonna have to go back to the fountain.
unless that's why she brought the salve out. Like, you're out of mana already, the salve will at least let you stand in the lane for a bit. And Thanks to the, well, it's only 1 point up in Fiery Soul.
I mean, her TP's off cooldown, so she should probably go back home.
Seema's coming up to even leech the experience of Cappy. He actually can solo kill this. Here comes back off cooldown. There she blows. The Tidehunter gets soloed by the Oracle. And FN's gonna take the triple stack of Ancients as well. Oh, this is escalating. Well, it's not even quickly. It's just continuously escalating until Seaman's gonna get himself killed off by a neutral. Whoops! They don't have enough. They don't have enough life to do it. And now the Ancients are actually softened up for the Tidehunter. If he TP's fast enough, he's got this. Mid lane's being initiated on. Baby Knight's gonna miss on the Line Striker rate, meaning that no one wants to turn onto Baby Knight. He's already at negative 10 armor thanks to the 6 hits, the melting strikes of the Forged Spirits. Someone's got to go over and take care of that Ancient stack. Like, Vega's looking at it with an Observer Ward.
Haste.
Solo could at least take... Solo could take 2 kills with the Wave
my
of Terror.
god. 130 gold from 1 Wave of Terror.
With the help of the Forged Spirits, you may get more. You may actually
might
power
just
level.
get level 6 off of this.
Nah, Kefka's coming down. If the Forged Spirits can time this right, look for the purple marks and the blue marks.
Radiant's middle
Compared to the
tower
orange.
is under attack.
You almost want to put the VS like in here so she can take the experience. Yeah, that's exactly
You can.
Okay, she got that one. She just Wave of Terror down the Lizard. She got 80 gold pretty much from that one. And there's your level 6.
Oh wait, did they patch it? You can leech EXP
Yes,
off
yeah, you can. It's they did it about I think it was a month and a half ago they changed that. Alright, I had that slip up in a cast as well. Don't worry.
Okay. I seem to recall the patch notes too. It's just kind of. There was this one game a long time ago where one guy tried to sneak, like he was sitting in the Roche pit or something, trying to. There was a huge ancient stack and there was a poor support trying to leech EXP and he got 0. Kind of funny watching it because he was standing there for a minute without vision, wondering when the ancients are gonna go down, and he walked away with no EXP stolen after all the time waiting.
Sad.
FN with, yeah, FN's gonna get that Dominator creep. It's only 10 minutes in, so the Beastmaster has been stacking a bit. But LC put a sentry down, so unless they deorder it right away, until the 11-minute mark, Sven won't get any additional stacks, which is good for LC.
Sad thing is, like, they'll realize it once they fail the first stack.
Yeah.
But after that, they can come in and deward it, and they'll be like, oh, wait, hang on, it's already timed out, so you just waste a sentry ward. Unless Solo looks for it now, which... Ba-boom! That is still far enough away, right?
Yeah, I mean, you get the yellow box now when you try to put down a ward that as a clear indicator of what the spawn box is.
Okay. They haven't given that to us spectators yet.
Yeah.
Like we have the tower boxes though. Like, you can select the towers and it'll give you the indication area. And tell you who's aggro is on. But
I guess it would be kind of annoying to always be able to see it. So
you just have an activatable button. It just like. Because right now, like, if you hit ult, it's like all the heroes pop up on the mini-map. Something as simple as that. Stun, bottom lane, Sunstrike, right on target. That's a quick pop. Paralyzing cast won't do much, and in fact, Solo, okay, the pound's still open. His first rotation, he's looking for a kill over on the Vengeful Spirit. You've still got that false promise of Marvel here from the Oracle, and Solo will swap himself away. Consumes with the Fairy Fire, the Slave will connect. Is that still enough damage? Nope, Solo's back up to full life. Yolopi is locked down and Solo will TP out. They kill the Tidehunter. They force the entire of LC to rotate to bottom lane, and you still do not find a kill in return. In fact, you're probably even going to lose your tier 1 tower because of your rotation.
One of the most annoying things about Invoker, you leave the lane for a second and your tower's gone.
You'll be the same up on the top lane pretty soon. Beastmaster's almost got his Necro book and we're 12 minutes in. He'll only be a level 1 Necrobook at this point, but having Roar available too, and Sunstrike always at the ready from the Invoker.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes Beastmaster Invoker so nice. Because Beastmaster is one of those heroes that There aren't many offliners that can just go for solo kills all game, but with Beastmaster having the backup from Sunstrike, it's gonna make things so much easier. Like heroes like Lina, they're threatened by Beastmaster all game long.
This is the downside about like picking that hero from mid, but what do you do about it? You just keep farming. Jalopi's at least reaching a point where he'll soon have his blink dagger. He can start being the aggressor. And who do you get aggressive on? Vengeful Spirit? Well then again, anyone, because if Oracle's behind him, then
Dire's top tower is under attack.
that was a great initiation, but you get nothing from it.
I think Lina and Stepstyle might run into Mag.
Break their smoke if they come up from the wrong angle.
Barely miss it.
Mag actually sent his Hawk over, so the smoke breaks, Mag will walk down. And that's the best situation right there for LC. Quick, efficient pick, Solo's going to arrive. The TP out's already happening, and Stepstyle going to boulder himself again onto the other side.
And get stuck!
Yeah, that wasn't the plan.
Just gotta kick the creeps.
It's one way to get free. Jalopi now with that blink dagger, he's going to go on Seema. Seema just starts to heal. And TP's out with no basher or any kind of control on the Slark apart from the leash. They won't find that kill.
Slark just scouted out solo, but probably not gonna go for anything. The issue with Slark though is that even with these items, he's high in net worth, but Midas and Blink Dagger add nothing to his like tankiness.
No.
Definitely with the Blink Dagger, he is slippery, but
You would
so
at least
scary.
get like attack speed out from the hand of Midas, which helps with the Essence shift. When you got 1 point up in Essence shift.
Baby Knight.
Found Baby Knight. Susceptible to Beastmaster was the word. He didn't have to use Necrobook for that. That was the Blink Dagger of the Zven. It's set up.
Is under attack.
Life is hard. He has the Aether lens. He bought 2 TPs before he died, probably. But dude, just so many items he has to go. Let's say you get a Yule Scepter. That's still not full. It's not even near foolproof against what he has to deal with on the side of Vega. And it's kind of awkward to go early BKB on Lina.
Just try and play your damage from range with Aether Lens.
Oh,
Looks good to play.
aggressive.
Style. Okay, gets hit pretty hard. Solo's going to be with us. One more attack will come in. So Solo for the Earth Spirit. He'll swap FN back into the fight. He's still got a couple of one charges, and when Jalopi misses the leash, then FN can just juke it through the tree line and away. Solo will survive. They even smoke up. They can turn back into this one. Man getting stunned up and just nuked by Baby Knight. Maybe a little bit too aggressive there with the Beastmaster, as FN again has to blink himself away from London Conspiracy. That's the first even fight that's really happened for LC. In fact, it's not even even. It really is their way because it's a support for a core.
Yeah, and Kefka, I think that could have been a big Ravage, but he got mana burn, so he tried to Ravage and he kind of held on to it because Baby Knight got the return kill, or like he just killed whoever was running at him. Oh, mech complete on Kefka. I wasn't paying too much attention to the Tidehunter's progress, but having mech arcanes at before 16 minutes is definitely pretty good.
They gave him a lot of space recently. Like I was talking about, like LC rotating multiple heroes from lane to lane to try and deal with these small little skirmishes that Vega forced them into. The Tidehunter was normally not there, because like when was the last time you ever saw a Ravage? Like you're level 10, almost level 11 on a Tidehunter, and I don't think Ravage has been triggered once. Because he just knows like he needs the items to help his team survive through the fights, especially heroes like Lina who are getting heavily nuked.
Jalopi gonna ping out some wards. I think LC are in an okay position. Like their Slark has been getting good farm. He's gonna be able to purchase whatever it is that he chooses to go for. I think he should go for a Scotty though.
For the slot?
Yeah. It's just really solid. It just gives so much HP, allows him to man fight, like, not completely, but have some kind of countermeasure versus Sven. Scotty very good against the Sven.
The only concern I'll have is his susceptibility to necro books. Like if they take away all of that mana, you know you get a lot more stats up for it, but actually no, yeah, you're right, because he needs to stay in the fights as well, and Scotty will offer that.
I mean, the only way to deal with necrobooks on Slark if you're concerned is to not get mana burn is to go BKB, but then it doesn't really solve the other issues that he runs into.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the Scotty.
And they make a break for the mid lane. They've just been going from stack to stack, including LC's ancient stacks. Well, LC having Ravage level 2 and of course that mech available. They wanted to try and make a play onto mid before the BKBs are up from Vega. Also, while God Strength's down for FN, he's running up towards the top lane to push that out. So the tier 1 tower's been taken by LC. Solo's in a position where he could walk in for a swap, but who do you really want?
Yeah, interesting that no one went for a boots of travel instead of his usual Aghanim Scepter. Kind of signifies that he doesn't want to. He wants to farm a bit more on the map. They don't really feel too comfortable taking fights head on versus the mech tied on her.
For a couple of the hiccups that's happened earlier tonight, you can't blame him. This seems to be a lot more of the like we play it by the numbers kind of strat. But now they actually group up themselves, the 3 in mid.
It's kind of weird because Sven is actually going for a BKB instead of the usual Sanjin Yasha.
Well, he's probably the more aggressive one. He's the one that knows he needs that BKB up against the Ravage. He's gonna blink in, BKB up, and then just try and beat the living crap out of everyone in LC. But because there's no Aghanim Scepter over on Baby Knight, he's still gonna feel pretty confident up against that Laguna Blade. Even Witch Doctor, like that Death Wall is still just level 1. That's gonna be hit like kittens against Sven.
Yeah, at this point, FN can jump on basically everyone except Slark and Tide on her, and just kill them with Sunstrike.
Baby Knight for no one without having even need to be there.
Yeah, Baby Knight has a completed Yule Scepter, but just look at his HP. He needs some kind of like point booster based item next, like an Aghanim Scepter, or I don't think Bloodstone is really all that good on Lina anymore. Just the not having reduced gold on deaths hurts so much, as well as a respawn timer. It's pretty noticeable because when you first get it, it's 8 charges is quite a lot, but when you're supposed to revive in like 10 seconds, but instead you revive in 20, it's really annoying.
It's tower trade time. Tier 1 tower being beaten to death on the bottom lane by LC. While Vega trying to reach into the tier 2 tower in mid as well as do a lot of pressure towards the top tower. The level 3 Necro Book still needs to fly out to Mag. If they had it now, they could trigger it and take that tower before LC could really reply. Especially now the fortification's gone.
Yeah.
And that TP in. Baby Knight's the first one. Yule Scepter up, Line Striker raid timing's not going to work, but they burn the 10-second BKB. Kefka arrive, but FN. Okay.
What?
Well, what's going to stop him? I get a BKB, I'm TPing it anyway, I may as well put myself in harm's way.
I wonder if that was a misclick or he just did it out of, you know, because they just he can.
Dude, if he could taunt while he TP'd out right, then he would have. And Jalopi's getting really close to that Skadi now. Vega need to find a kill. Like they need to start controlling up LC's cores. Well, they might be able to find like better team fights, better combos, because Vega still like we're still playing the dodge game. The reason why it's 6-2, like 21 minutes into the game, is because Vega have been dodging. This might help them, like Roshan. But they got no god strength to work with, so they have to use the Necro Books and everything else. They got a lot of negative armor, however, so that helps.
That's just insane roast speed.
How do they even get that much damage out? And it doesn't even look like they got that many items, but you got you got 3 and 4 points up in the auras.
Yeah, they have a pretty Roche-centric skill build on top of like the Necro Books. Just so much damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looks like Venge is TPing in, but yeah, she cancels it. I thought it was kind of weird.
She puts the TP on cooldown if they want to force a trade-off onto the tier 2 tower on bottom. This looks to be a little bit nicer for Vega. Actually, then again, they don't have Necro Books and they still don't have that Blink Dagger on the Beastmaster. The safer play for Vega is wait for the Blink Dagger, get a pick, and then push a tower. Get some vision in the meantime.
FN, meanwhile, has an Invis, and he's gonna look for... If he runs into this Witch Doctor or Sven, it's gonna be a really easy kill with the Sunstrike. Lina, better yet. Oh, yeah, they're gonna set it up. He's gonna probably take it.
Look for the crit as well. Gets a 314, the Sunstrike from the Invoker takes it. That's at the same time as the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane dies. Jalopy. He hits it as Ven like 3 times, but it reveals his position. No one knows he's very safe to go up to the high ground. The kick will come in from Steph style. More TP supports in the way, but that tower's already lost 2/3 of his life. You have a Blink Dagger and an Aegis on the Invoker. He wants to fight. He wants to bait out the Ravage. Jalopy's going to move over. He's looking for a kill over on Seema, but not while Solo is there. It's practically impossible to get.
Yeah, but that's a pretty significant chunk of chip damage that I wouldn't even call it chip damage.
It's also
on the tier 3.
He just got his Aghanim Scepter on that Invoker. Thanks to that push. And Sven. Mr. I shall build Daedalus and have huge amounts of damage.
Yeah, the scary thing... Okay, Baby Knight went for a Boots of Travel. Okay. Some more farming incoming for LC. There's no way this Lina can actually do something in teamfights. Just way too weak.
Jalopy. Nice time to have a Dark Pact go. With Blink Dagger coming off cooldown, the Yule Scepter from Baby Knight, the stun onto FM. This time he won't use his BKB because he's got the swap out. Will trigger the BKB now. That Ravage is available here for Kefka. He's going to have to let it go. But means FM's not controlled by him, cleaving over from Kefka into Jalopy. But the Death Ward with Laguna Blade combo, they have enough quick damage. The Vega have been forced back, but what's really the trade-off? You've gone 1 for 1. Say goodbye to the Witch Doctor. Looks like VS did end up dying. Steph stands behind the lines. He'll boulder himself away. He'll slot up a lot by that cold wall. The ice wall, Sunstrike.
Oh, no, man.
So good from no one. 3 for 2 trade-off at the end of the day. Ravage blowing. And 2 of the big cores still remaining alive for Vega through it all.
Yeah, the important thing is that Slark didn't die, because I'm not sure if it's a mistime Dark Pact, but he basically got locked down by Beastmaster, and Tidon was able to save his ass. But dying at this point is so big, because Slark is able to flash farm pretty well at this point, and dying on Slark is kind of like dying on AM.
Baby Knight was very lucky that the Invoker didn't actually have Cold Snap invoked, or else he was dead. That TP would have been cancelled. You also have timing is not enough to complete your TP.
I'm trying to think of the teamfight scenario for LC. So they have no way to deal with the Sven unless it's like a Blink Ravage.
You need to be able to do that. Like,
but
the situation in the last fight was probably the best one, where you put FN in a position where he doesn't feel like he needs to use his BKB, and then you get your stun. But now he jumps in. No BKB required until now. They swap back. You can say goodbye to Lina. The Death Ward doing some decent damage here. They're not going to reach up the Stolen, so FM will die. As Baby Knight fought back, but he's instantly dead again. Oh my. Even with the Magnetize, they've got such sustain for the rest of Vega. The Necro Books or whatever, you didn't even have to use False Promise in this fight. It was just pure mech and control from the other heroes.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw earlier at the Roche, these guys have such good, you know, Roche / tower killing potential.
Well, you can say goodbye to your,
I mean,
your 2 lanes.
they could even go for like a tier 4.
Considering Baby Knight did have a dieback, yeah.
I mean, why not? Just look at how fast they're killing it. Even if it's a 1 tier 4, which I don't think... Yeah, they're gonna go for more. I mean, they could
they're
get...
TPing out. The Invoker's already left. Jalopy won't be able to reach far enough. Mag, you got Ravage. It's going to cancel the TP out of Solo. He's trying to go back to base. That's why his TP took so long. And now Mag will actually get chased down. Hold off. Solo may be a little bit luckier, however, as he tries to hide in the... Yeah, no. It was optimistic. But this VS has 2.7k gold even after this death. All of it's reliable. So much money. The Daedalus should now be over on...
Oh, he went for Vlad, so...
Who went for the Vlads? The VS?
Yeah, I was kind of... I wanted to see Aghanim Scepter. Just be super annoying, because no one has BKB on LC. But yeah, you're talking about... who was it? Sven?
Yeah, I actually thought he had the Daedalus before that fight. Did he lose it on Courier or something? It's...
No,
Because he ended up picking up a Hyperstone. Like he's building into an Assault Cuirass instead of... Because he had all the money for a Daedalus, and I don't know why, it might just be like the long night. But I thought he actually had the recipe for the Daedalus already on the Courier.
I mean, at this rate, he's gonna have it in 2 minutes. Maybe less. He has enough for demon. Yeah, he can actually farm the Daedalus in a minute. Pretty crazy.
Well, under Conspiracy in a horrible position. They're 20,000 net worth behind, 10k in the experience. Vega really just need to finish up the top lane, and up against Megas, they don't really have enough counter push with their lineup either.
I think one of the big problems in team fights is that while Slark does have a lot of net worth, the rate at which Slark can kill Vega is way too slow. Basically, during the time that Slark needs to kill one Vega hero, Vega are killing like 3 of LC's heroes, and we saw what happens when Slark is the only one left standing. They can just push towers, and I mean, Slark's not gonna just kamikaze into that.
Yeah. And that Moonshot, when you buff him up with Alacrity as well. Okay, Sven is actually really, really scary. Kefka's needs to wait 13 seconds. That's how long until they got Ravage. He'll get most of that time just as they wait for the courier to arrive, but FN just goes in balls deep with the BKB up.
They could
were
just
able
go
to
for
properly disengage here, and Max, oh, they actually get the Ravage off. FN gets caught by it. The Deadboard instantly cancelled by the Tornado, however, from the Invoker, and tied to the sidelines. They've got Seema staying alive for a little bit longer. He'll finally drop, but it's the big core still up. A good Storm Bolt. The Sven can't capitalize straight away, so the buyback comes out from Jalopy. They kill over on Sven. You got a Gemma Trueside also just hovering there on the deck, and with a follow-up kick onto Solo, they will be able to bring down 4 of Vega. Solo? 4? Oh, bullshit.
What a player.
They really have... Well, there's no mana left on Steph, and... Okay, that's... and... Oh. Sunstrike is not going to connect on anyone. Everyone was high enough life, they wouldn't have died anyway.
Actually, LC are able to hold that. That's pretty big. I thought it would have been Mega Creeps right there. Like, an idea I had was like, Invoker and Sven have BKB, so they just basically hit the racks while Beastmaster and Co.
But Sven got stunned before he got his BKB off. Tired Ravage actually connected on him before the the BKB got triggered.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I thought Sven jumped in and BKB'd right away.
Oh yeah, he did it at the very start of the fight, but then the Ravage came. Oh wow, what a double stun from Baby Knight. Solo, still very, very low. They're looking for the dart back kill, but he went to the west and they found him. 2 hero kills means now they can go for Roshan and really not be contested.
Is this a repeat of game 1?
It really could be. It really could be. Like my brain had almost given up on tonight. So I apologize for even questioning what you're saying about team fights. But I thought this was over, but now Vega, they're giving, like they're not even just giving the scraps to LC, like they're giving more than LC ever could have asked for.
Yeah, just give this Aegis to Jalopy because he doesn't have buyback, and...
Actually, Steph dropped the item. Oh, the EMP Tornado. No one, he doesn't have his Blink available, and Jalopy, he pounced out. His Blink will bring him back in. It's a null talisman on the ground. They're letting it go. Jalopy's still on the hillside. He'll pounce out again, but now he's on top of the Ancient Netbend. He's moving over. He'll get the stun. You'll dart packed off, but the damage from Netbend is not enough. Not when the Shadow Dance will trigger. There's 17 essence just shifted. He'll blink away from the Deafening Blast and the two BKB heroes. Mag as well. Oh, F-Benny back up! The Hawk was there from the Beast Monster, so we knew exactly where to go. And the Slark will be down for the count.
This Roche, I felt like, was the only hope for LC.
They might have an opening here by killing off Mag. Commit the Laguna Blade nice and quickly. But it looks like Mag doesn't carry, just by his back. He's like, yo boys, Laguna's down, let's go boys. 60 seconds, not even that for a cooldown. LC's actually going to smoke. They've got Ravage available, as well as Greaves. And that's the dead Mag if he, like, that would be a dieback on Mag. The stun, oh, FN! He caught two! He can't get the big crits off though, so they know to survive. Now the Ravage will trigger. FN gets hit by that. He's got 1 second till his BKB's off cooldown. The Solid, oh, okay, it doesn't really matter. Seema, he puts the face over in FN. And that is GG, well played. Vega will complete this game and advance themselves forward to face up against the Danish Bears in the lower bracket round 2 tomorrow.
Ooh, not a repeat of game 1, but yeah, convincing win by Vega. Yeah, I just feel like in this kind of lineup, Slark needs so much time. He could have gotten there if his team didn't struggle too much in the early mid game, but